Good morning, children. Welcome for today's lecture. Today I am going to teach you a new lesson, that is Unit 3.6. Unit 3.5, that is news analysis. In the online classes I had explained it. Okay, and I hope you might have understood. Today is the next lesson, that is Unit 3.6. Think before you speak. See, so much of importance is there in these words. It's very important. See, understand the meaning. Think before you speak. Must be applicable in each and everyone's life. Whenever you speak anything, whenever you utter any word from your mouth, think twice and then only say it. So, the lesson is about that. Understood? So, think before you speak. See, exclamation mark is given. Isn't it? While saying anything, think and understand what you're going to say. Then only you utter words. If once anything falls from your mouth, it's not able to lift it up. So, while telling anything or speaking to anybody, think twice and then say. Got it? Now, see, man was meant to listen more and talk less. That is why, as the great British Indian statesman Benjamin Disraeli said, nature has endowed man with 2 ears and 1 mouth. If man was meant to talk more and listen less, he would have 2 mouths and only 1 ear. Imagine how he would have looked. How strange with 2 mouths on the 2 sides and 1 ear at the center. Now see what it is, the explanation of the lesson. Man was meant to listen more and talk less. How has God created man? God has created man with such an aim that listening is more important than sitting and talking and saying anything rubbish. So what it is here, man was meant to listen more and talk less. Man was created how to listen and he should talk less. That is why the great British statesman Benjamin Disraeli. So the great British statesman, what was the name of the British statesman? Benjamin Disraeli. What he said? Nature has endowed man with 2 ears and 1 mouth. Endowed means provided, given. So nature has given man, has created man with 2 ears and 1 mouth. If man was meant to talk more and listen less, he would have 2 mouths and only 1 ear. So what does Benjamin Disraeli say? Nature has created man. How it has been created? With 2 ears and 1 mouth. If God thought that man must talk a lot, what would have been created? He would have been created man with 2 ears and 2 mouth and 1 ear. How would have been created? With 2 mouth and 1 ear. So what is the first paragraph? Here God has created man to listen and talk less. So the British statesman Benjamin Disraeli has commented that nature has provided man with 2 ears and 1 mouth. If at all the person in the human being had to talk more, so he might have been provided with 2 mouth and 1 ear. If at all he have to talk a lot. Imagine how we would have looked, how strange with 2 mouths on the 2 sides and 1 ear at the center. Just imagine if God had created man in such a way with 2 mouths instead of in the place of ears, there may be 2 mouths and 1 ear. Just imagine how human being would have been appeared. So that is the question. So understood first paragraph what it is? Man was made to listen more and to talk less. That is why Benjamin Disraeli said that nature has created man with 2 ears and 1 mouth. If at all the human beings had to talk a lot, so that God might have created them with 2 mouth and 1 ear. So imagine how embarrassing it would have been if man would be in such a position with 2 mouth and 1 ear. Something odd it would have looked like, no? No. And mind you, the ears are like funnels, open all the time. There is no doubt with which you can close them. Whereas, if you have to speak even one single word, that word must thrust to 2 walls, 2 fences. There is firstly the fence of these 2 rows of teeth. There is secondly the fence of the 2 lips. Before a word can be spoken, it has to pass, it has to pierce through these 2 walls, through these 2 fences. Therefore, we must think at least twice before we utter a word. So, what happened? See, and mind you, the ears are like funnels, open all the time. This ear is just like a funnel, it's always open. So, it is open. Why? So that we can hear everything. For this to close or shut this, we don't have any door. Whereas if you have to speak even one single word, that word must pass through 2 walls, 2 fences, 2 teeth, it must pass. Understood? There is firstly the fence of the 2 rows of teeth. From these 2 rows of teeth, words must come. Secondly, the fence, 2 lips. 2 rows of teeth, 2 lips, then only we can speak. Before a word can be spoken, it has to pass, it has to pierce these 2 walls through these 2 fences. So, before uttering a word, the voice must pass through these 2 teeth, rows of teeth, 2 lips, then only word can be heard and can be spoken. Therefore, we must think at least twice before we utter a word. So, while speaking, we must always think twice before telling a word. So, understood what it is? Ears are like funnels, it has no doors. Then only we are able to hear. But how is the mouth? We have to, while speaking something, we have to pass through fences. What are the fences? 2 rows of teeth and 2 lips. By crossing all these, then only we can speak a word. So, while speaking, always you must pay attention and think that what are you going to say. After saying and repenting, no use. So, first 2 paragraph what it is? Man is meant to listen more and talk less. Benjamin Disraeli said that nature has created man to talk less and to listen more. That is with 1 mouth, 2 ears. If at all persons have to talk more, then God would have created with 2 mouth and 1 ear. See how the post might have been appeared if it have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So 2 mouth and 1 ear, how would have appeared? Something embarrassing, no? Then the ears are like funnels without any door, and while we have to utter a word, we have to pass through the fences, that is 2 rows of teeth and 2 rows of lips. So while uttering a word, we have to come through all these fences. So we should be very careful and attentive while talking to anyone. Understood? So these are the hard work Endowed provided. Amends make up for the wrong that has been done. Taken aback, surprise or shock. Counsel, advice, veracity, truth. Hard word meant, listen, endowed, funnels, through, fences, utter, unspoken, spiritual and hurt. So this is the lesson. The remaining part of the lesson I will be taking in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Thank you.